Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about having a Virgo Sun and Sagittarius Moon in a natal chart. Now, I'm going to elaborate and expound on that. What I'm going to be talking about is people that have that Sun Moon combination in their natal chart, a Virgo Sun and a Sagittarius Moon. Now, first off, the basic character, which is the Sun being in Virgo, could be very organized, analytical, detail-oriented, industrious, reliable, and scrupulous. Now, on the unconscious side, which is the moon, in this case, the moon being in Sagittarius, the sun is the conscious side, the moon is the unconscious. Now, with the moon in Sagittarius, person, on conscious level, may be expansive, optimistic, outdoorsy, adventurous, exuberant, and blunt. And it's interesting, just like many sun moon combinations, you have a strong disparity between the sun and the moon. And what's interesting is you have the Virgo sun, and the basic fundamental character can be very, you could say, tactful and diplomatic. May choose words carefully, tries to be proper, what's being, how they act and what they say. In the Sagittarius moon, on an unconscious level, may be more reckless, and on their the moon is the responses, and this person, the way they react and respond to things may be so much different than their sun position in this case. And the Sagittarius moon may respond in a very blunt manner to certain things, and to the point where it may be demeaning or demoralizing somebody. The thing about this combination too is that one may bring that Virgo industry, into something Sagittarius related, such as sports or publishing, advertising, adventure. It could be, compartmentalizing. It may be, I'm sorry, not compartmentalizing. That would be more Virgo. College teaching is an example. Some examples: theology, religion, exploration. Some Sagittarius-related things. Now, the Virgo sun is about our basic wants, and the Virgo sun wants to be of service to others and stay busy. They want to be helpful, not in an officious or unwanted manner, but they do want to be helpful. Now, Sagittarius moon, needs to expand. Moon is about our emotional needs, and the Sagittarius moon needs to expand horizons, travel abroad. They need global communications, as some examples. And the thing is, the sun in astrology is about our true self. And with the sun being in Virgo, true self can be punctual, systematic, methodical, health conscious, and reliable. Um, and when you have the inner self, which is the moon being in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a sign that's not nearly as reliable or punctual as Virgo. And you have the person, though, on the inner self can be jovial, jocular, very positive, optimistic, and enthusiastic. And the thing about this too is the person, the sun in astrology is our drive and motivation. And the person, with the sun in Virgo may be driven and motivated to work and be helpful. And the fact that the moon is in Sagittarius, it may be done with more, this work and being helpful may be done with more optimism, exuberance, enthusiasm, and even joviality in that Sagittarius. Now, this could be more adverse if this is in a square aspect. Now, let's say, a square aspect in astrology is 90 degrees. So, I use a 10-degree orb if at least one personal planet is involved. Now, in this case, of course, you have two personal planets that are involved, the sun and the moon. So as an example, let's say that the Virgo sun is at 12 degrees and the Sagittarius moon is at 19 degrees. That would form a square aspect. And this could bring out the negative, more the negative qualities of the placements. It could be the Virgo Sun, tendency to be critical and judgmental, and you have the Sagittarius Moon, the recklessness, self-righteousness, being overly blunt and tactless, in their responses, or expressing themselves emotionally. Um, this is on a more unconscious level, but still, you have a very strong disparity in this case between the Sun and Moon. Now, the Sun in astrology is represents the biological father. So somebody with a Virgo Sun, the biological father, may actually be a Virgo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or embody those characteristics. And the Moon in astrology represents the mother. So the person with the Sagittarius Moon may have a mother that is either a Sagittarius Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or embody those traits. Now the Virgo, and it's also about the perception of these people. So somebody that has a Virgo Sun, may see the biological father as somebody that's analytical, punctilious with details, reliable, punctual, scrupulous, and very proper, but may also see the person as someone that might be a little bit overly pedantic, persnickety, uh, judgmental, critical, fault-finding, and cynical. And in the Sagittarius Moon, the person may perceive the mother as somebody that's adventurous, that has a certain, you could say, courage, and being philosophical. May see the mother as philosophical, expansive, upbeat, optimistic, but may also see the mother as somebody that could be very blunt, tactless, self-righteous, reckless, and foolhardy. So, and the thing about this too is that this is in making a square aspect. That could increase the propensity for divorce or separation, I would say, with the biological father and mother. If if it's in a square aspect, it can indicate that, but at the same time, a lot of the situation, the rapport between the biological father and mother can maybe indicate and predicated on the synastry that exists in their own charts with each other. So you got to look at that as well. And the thing about this is, it's interesting is that the Virgo Sun, you have the basic character as being very studious, cerebral, and can be shy and reticent. Sagittarius Moon, is definitely, an unconscious level, maybe more outgoing, and they're more about exploration and going outdoors more. And Virgo is a little bit more, I'd say, indoorsy. They like to have their little space where they can study and analyze things. And but the Sagittarius Moon wants to, they have that emotional need to actually go out more and want to do things, be as far as be more adventurous. Virgo, Sun being an Earth sign, can be very cautious and prudent, and careful about who they, about what they're doing, and more calculating and premeditative. But the Sagittarius Moon, may act a little, may have that need to be a little bit more, impulsive, and not, analyze all these things before, embarking on something. So it's an interesting, combination. And again, what's really good though about this combination is that it's somebody that can be very service oriented and helpful, which is Virgo, in being more flavored, with the Sagittarius exuberance and enthusiasm, and really being eager and wanting to be of service with more positivity and more hope that whatever they're doing, service related or what have you, is going to wind up being successful. And anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.